Hello and welcome back to Read Becca. So I have considered doing the Moody Book Tag, I think 3 times maybe, several times previously, and never gotten around to it. So I guess I've finally gotten the push to actually go ahead with it because it was going around like crazy a couple months ago, and I just got tagged by John over at Hey Y'all Listen Up. And I'm pretty sure that John is either a lava lamp salesman or maybe Piers Anthony in a fake mustache. Don't think there are any other possibilities. But seriously, John is a really great, varied reader like myself. So definitely, if that's the kind of booktuber you're looking for, you should check out Hey Y'all Listen Up. So let's get right into the tag. Question number 1 is, do you consider yourself a mood reader? Yes, very much. I am so much that person that just wants to go shiny and grab whatever's in front of me. So I tend to not stick to plans very well. So that leads into question number 2. Do you set TBR lists and do you stick to them? So for the past couple of years, I was making a monthly TBR on Goodreads, and I was setting that up so I did between 1 and 3 things, and if I didn't finish all of those in the month, that would stay my TBR for the following month. I would not add or remove things, and that was working pretty well for me. Last year I kind of fell off the wagon toward the end of the year and stopped really keeping up. I was just purely mood reading, and so coming into this year I stopped doing it altogether because I wasn't keeping up at all. And so I had not been doing that at all until I started my channel. And when I started my channel, I have done monthly TBRs since I started, and they have been quite a bit bigger than the 2 to 3 things that I was doing previously. And I've managed to actually stick to them without really trying. I haven't really expected myself to read everything that I put on my TBR. I think most people don't. But somehow I went back through all of my monthly TBRs and I've read all but 1 book that I've put up there, and that one I do plan to come back and get to. So I'm doing really good at sticking to TBRs, even though I do consider myself very much a mood reader. Number 3, do books affect you emotionally? Does the mood of a book rub off on you? I think so. To some degree, so I don't get, super depressed if I'm reading a really downer book, but I definitely am one of those people who has kind of empathy for whatever situation I'm in, and as well as that, things do tend to affect me that are going on around me. I'm one of those weirdos that travels, out of the country and gets immersed in a culture where they have heavy accents, and I pick up the accent, or just watch a movie with heavy accents and pick up the accent. So yeah, I think that is true of me. Number 4, when you're feeling sad, what do you read? Or do you not read when you're sad? It kind of depends. If I'm really, down in the dumps, I probably will want a mental break and just watch some mindless vegetative television, most likely. I can go either way. I don't think I read to my actual emotional mood, and in fact, I think music is maybe more telling, because when I'm feeling sad, sad or angry music will actually cheer me up. So it's counterintuitive, but I tend to go that route. Number 5, most often do you use reading to escape, to learn, or to critically reflect? Maybe all of the above. I don't know. I don't really have a set purpose for my reading. I think I just have underlying curiosity that I want to read everything. So I'm not trying to get away from anything. I'm not trying to specifically learn certain things. I don't pick up, instruction manuals or anything, but I do just love reading for the joy of new information. Number 6, what is a book that made you laugh out loud? So we're in front of my favorites shelf. So we've got, Good Omens. I've got 2 copies of that. We could go with that for sure. Lamb by Christopher Moore, I think, is a great option for that. Lamb, the Gospel According to Biff, Christ's Childhood Pal. I absolutely love Christopher Moore. He has a very hilarious comedic style, kind of like Douglas Adams, if you're not familiar with Christopher Moore. But this one is the account of the lost years of Christ in a very hilarious story. So I love that one. Next, what is a book that has made you cry, or if you don't cry, one that really moved you? So we won't, hang on, there we go. You Are Heartless if you can manage to get to The Shepherd's Crown, which is the very last of the Tiffany Aching subseries and the final Discworld novel written by Terry Pratchett, without crying. It is so sad. So yeah, this one is a tearjerker for sure. It's emotional on both the level of the story, the actual plot narrative, and it being that final novel from Pratchett in the Discworld series. It just has such an emotional weight that yeah, absolutely, I have cried reading this one. Next up is number 8. What is a book that you didn't even know how you felt about? Probably Born by Jeff Vandermeer. I had very confused feelings about it. I didn't really know what was going on a lot of the time, but I think I really enjoyed it, and I did pick up the follow-up to it, which is just a tiny little novella, The Strange Bird. And it's interconnected, but not exactly a direct sequel because it's kind of happening concurrently. That one I love. It's an all-time favorite, and it's absolutely wonderful. Number 9, are you more likely to read on a sunny day or a cloudy day? I read every day, so I'm more likely to have a very productive reading day on a cloudy day. That mood just really helps me get focused in for whatever reason. Number 10, do you usually set the mood when reading? Music, lights, smells, etc. So no, I do count coffee as setting the mood. I think that's probably my only real type of mood setting, is that my main chunk of reading where I have kind of planned out every single week is in the morning on weekends. So I get up around 7:30 pretty much every day, but on weekends I do as well, without an alarm. And I feed the animals, take the dog out, you know, that kind of stuff. And then I get my coffee ready and I sit down in my recliner with my book. And usually I sit there for a couple hours and the only thing I do is get up to go get more coffee. So that is probably the only mood setting I do. Number 11, can you leap from book to book or do you need buffer time between them? Absolutely, I jump between books. I mean, if you've seen this channel at all, you know I'm reading at least 3 books at a time. Usually I try to always have a physical book, an ebook, and an audiobook going, really. But just lately I have been completely going wild with everything, and I got up to 10 books on the go at once. So yes, I completely am reading multiple books per day. Yeah, and that is all of the questions in the Moody Reader book tag. So I think I am going to go ahead and tag Shannon from That's So Poe, and also Kayla from Crack Into a Good Book, and they both just got over 1,000 subscribers fairly recently, so that means that they can actually get tagged, so that's got to be exciting. So I'm going to take advantage of that and give them a little tag. Thank you guys so much for watching.